time to gift your home with style from T-Dua Furniture that will suit any occasion, with prices that are unmatched with the quality of our furniture and comfort that will have you feeling like royalty. Make T-Dua Furniture your next stop. Located in the Wonks Plaza, Madera Street, telephone 325-4250 and 325-4252. T-Dua Furniture, where style, price, and comfort has no limit. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Grand Bahama Port Authority president is defending the role of the Port Authority and responds to claims surrounding a sale. Plus, a significant investment in the healthcare sector. And a groundbreaking for a concrete operation plant in Grand Bahama. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, in response to concerns raised by former Senator Frederick McAlpine and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, the Grand Bahama Port Authority President Ian Rolle defends the role of the GBPA. Rolle emphasizes the port's responsibilities outlined in the Hawksbill Creek Agreement and denies claims of a potential sale to a local company. Simone Davis has more in this report.
GBPA President Ian Rolle is addressing concerns raised by former Senator Frederick McAlpine and Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell regarding the influence and management of the GBPA. Earlier this week, McAlpine charged that the port needs to do more for the people of Freeport, while expressing his fear of the city turning into a political cesspool.
We are still in the economic slum. We're not receiving from the Port Authority that what we think needs to be done. Of course, they've done a lot of PR exercise, but at the end of the day, we believe that the port can do more and give us more in terms of creating opportunities and seeking to bring more investors in.
When asked his response to these comments, President Rolle highlighted the responsibilities of the port as stated in the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. These include the right to approve business licenses, address environmental compliance matters, issue construction permits, regulate utilities, and maintain the city. Rolle also revealed that the GBPA has secured billions of dollars in investments for the city in the past 2 to 3 years.
We have over $1 billion worth of transactions either underway or in the pipeline. Freeport has not seen that amount of activity in many years, and that's under GBPA. And a lot of these deals were in the making more than 2 years ago, because a number of these transactions take more than a year or even 2 years sometimes to complete. So GBPA has right now, for the city of Freeport, well over $1 billion worth of transactions. That says that we are doing our job.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, also expressed disappointment in the Port Authority, claiming that it has not fulfilled its responsibilities. While responding to McAlpine's remarks, Mitchell asserted that the government, not the Port Authority, holds the key to addressing the challenges faced by Freeport.
The owners of the port are unable or apparently unwilling to meet the financial commitments which they have to the place and take it to the next stage. We all know that. It's as clear as day. The owners of the city have sold off assets, failed in their commitments to bring fresh investment, failed in their obligations to bring essential infrastructure and build in the city. It's only politics that can find the solution to the problems of Freeport.
However, one question raised during this public spat is, will the Port Authority be sold to the Mediterranean shipping company known as MSC? We posed the question to Rolle, and this was his response.
As far as I know, it isn't being sold to anybody at this time. So, I mean, that's as much as I can say, but it's not being sold to anyone at this time.
President Rolle emphasized that any decision pertaining to the future of the GBPA would be made through careful evaluation, consultation, and in accordance with legal and regulatory frameworks. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
Thanks, Simone. Well, the Grand Bahama Port Authority hosting a press conference yesterday announcing the signing of three contracts amounting to $600,000 for major road repairs to take place throughout the city of Freeport. Here's that report.
Today, we are glad to be able to sit here today with three licensees at the Grand Bahama Port Authority for the signing of these contracts.
Bahamas Hot Mix, Walk Construction, and Freeport Construction were awarded the contracts to conduct road repairs to various subdivisions in Freeport, according to Deputy Director and City Manager for the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Troy McIntosh. He shares some of the areas that work will be carried out.
Pearl Way, which is in Seahorse Village, King Neptune, also in Seahorse Village, Paradise Lane, as well in Seahorse Village, Lawrence Close in East Section, Grenville Avenue, it's a drivable surface off of Grenville, the intersection of Queens Highway and East Mall, Ranfilly Circus on the eastern portion of the roundabout at Ranfilly Circus and East Mall, on the approach to R&D roundabout, as well as a portion leading out of that roundabout as well.
Resurfacing work will also be done on Bahama Reef, Thackeray Street, and Haddock Street in the area of Caravelle Beach. Scott Waving of Bahama Hot Mix, Godfrey Waugh with Waugh Construction, and Bruce Silvera of Freeport Construction Company say traffic management will be implemented.
Alternatively, we'll put traffic management routes in plan to divert the traffic around the main surfacing areas.
We've got the section of East Mall and Queens Highway. There's no way to work that without shutting down traffic and diverting. So we'll have to work with Troy and those for a plan.
We've been awarded Bahama Reef Boulevard, which fortunately for us is a divided road, and I don't believe traffic management will be too much of an issue.
The exact timeline for the road repair is expected to be about 1 to 2 months. Potential delays are contingent upon favorable weather conditions and unforeseen circumstances. However, officials say during such time, the public will be made aware of the areas work will be carried out. In other news, the president of Falco is again breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry. The Grand Bahama businesswoman and team celebrating the groundbreaking of a new concrete operation plant on Thursday. Our Raven Davis was at the ceremony just off of Queens Highway and filed this report.
Something strong is coming to Grand Bahama. That is because Falco's president and CEO Glennet Fowler officially broke ground on a new concrete operation plant to be named Heroic Concrete and Concrete Products. With this $6.4 million venture, the Heroic Group joins another major contributor of concrete products on the island and follows the exit of Gold Rock Corporation. Fowler branding it a seized opportunity after taking note of the amount of blocks and concrete being imported in the country.
This operation represents our forward-thinking approach and our pursuit of excellence. HCCP will be equipped with cloud-based technology and automated features that will be operated by a highly skilled and trained workforce. Our plant will have the capacity to yield 24,000 blocks per day and 120 yards of concrete per hour.
Much of the capital for the project was raised through RF Bank and Trust, and in the coming weeks, the CEO reveals there will be an aggressive build-up of the facility.
Our expectation is to have the first phase, which is our ready mix plant, up within 3 to 4 months, with our block and concrete manufacturing plant up by January 1st of 2024.
A number of officials also on hand, saying the project comes at a pivotal moment.
Heroic will employ the latest in technology in plant operations and will seek to recruit 50 to 70 persons, a significant and timely boost for Grand Bahama's economy.
They will reduce the need for import of such items as ready-mix concrete and other building and construction inputs from abroad with foreign direct investments. We are hopeful as well that they will also be able to fill the building requirements for our family islands as well.
The opening of this Heroic Concrete and Concrete Products will mark a pivotal moment in our journey towards progress and prosperity as a people.
The Falco team also celebrating the rebranding of Falco Marine and Logistics Management, a ribbon-cutting ceremony signaling the grand opening and renaming to Falco Maritime and Project Services. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Well, a significant investment in the healthcare sector as Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited opens a new location in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The company has invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to establish a retail store catering to medical professionals and residents with the state-of-the-art medical equipment and a wide range of over-the-counter medications. Simone Davis reports.
Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited opened its new store in Freeport on Tuesday, making a significant investment of $200,000 to meet the growing demand for quality medical supplies on the island. Director Basil Barnett explained the decision to expand services to Grand Bahama.
We saw a need, especially on the medical equipment side, for the introduction of cutting-edge medical equipment. And a big focus of the company was recruiting and training Bahamians to become engineers in the healthcare industry. And as a result of that, we're distributors for GE Healthcare, a global leader in diagnostic imaging and other medical equipment. So that was one of the focus. The other part of it was to ensure a level of consistency in the quality of supplies in the healthcare industry.
Executive Vice President Tamika Raming revealed that the new store offers a wide range of medical equipment, ensuring that healthcare professionals have access to the latest tools and technologies. Additionally, residents will find convenient access to essential over-the-counter medications for their everyday needs.
At level of efficiency, right? Our motto is quality product, service excellence, and if it's healthcare, it's here. So it's so important for us to be here locally in Grand Bahama and be able to just have all the products available for our physicians, for our customers, just for everyone in its entirety.
And with the onset of the new Freeport Health Campus set to be constructed on Grand Bahama shortly, Raming expressed her goal to contribute top-notch equipment to the upcoming facility.
You do not have to be a doctor. You can be an everyday walk-in customer. It doesn't have to be medical related. We have gloves, masks, so constructions, painters, we have coveralls. If you want to do cleaning supplies as well, we have Hibiclin, Sidex, all genres. Mortuary, dentistry, laboratory, students. So it's not just physicians-based. Anyone can come in.
With this new investment in Grand Bahama's healthcare infrastructure, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited is poised to play a vital role in advancing the healthcare industry in the country. The store is located in the Lucaya Shopping Plaza. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news when we come back.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need. And extended hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sometimes you want pizza vibe without the whole dang pie. Now, there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new melt in buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon wrap for just $6.99 with that. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe cravings.
Esquire's Men's Freeport is offering discounted prom packages and a chance to win 100% of your money back if you purchase or rent by June 10th. Go to prom looking your best with your attire from Esquire's. Phone 352-8816.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath. Number 16 Oak Street. Phone 688-9661.
Y'all coming? I going on the Freeport and I need y'all to come with me. We're going to the Road to 50 celebrations from May 26th to 28, 3 days of non-stop fun. West Grand Bahama edition. I hope y'all ready. This is how it goes. So we get the pre-party, then the pre-party, then the party. So on the first night, May 26th, we're going down to the YMTA for the welcome party with one family. And this could be a party. Trust me, I tell you that. Limbs, Russelltown, Marktown, Lewis Yard, Binders Point. I want to see you all there. Night 2, the event I dressed for already is the People's Rush. Listen, Jonestown Fish Fry, I hope you're all ready because we rushing to the rock. Hey. Be ready, boy? Guess who could be rushing out there? One family! Why? All right, that's night 2. Hebburn Town, Bartlett Hill, Hannah Hill, we ain't forget you, Pinedale, Seagrape, Holmes, Rock. We could be rocking that night, trust me. And then day 3 is best of the best concert. We going on the West End because we all know that's the best end. They got a whole conglomerate of Bahamian artists, and I never used that word in my life, so y'all know this could be so good. And we could be down on Commissioner's Field, so go put on your dancing shoe and come through. That's May 26th to 28th, Freeport. Let's show them how y'all is carry on. Go to 50 celebrations. I can meet you on there. Well, they come in.
I'm Sharon Leonard, owner at Freeport Decorators. Our small, family-owned and women-operated business has been around since 1978. Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from, whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization, so if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Yeah, let me get 15 dozen donuts and 82 two-piece of chicken. Yeah, I gained Freeport.
Migo, you know what I can't stand with you, Migo? Everywhere we go, you just tell people, ooh, I gained grandmama. Ooh, I gained Freeport. I get weight. People want me to come over to the weight. Ooh, I gained best of the best. Like, I don't want to go best of the best, Migo. You think I don't like Veronica Bishop, Migo? You think I don't like D-Mark, Migo? You think I don't like Gino D, Migo? I used to wear Gino D's. This school, Migo. You think I don't want to see Gino D perform whilst I wearing my Gino D's, Migo? Papa Smurfdale. Migo, you some cheating dog. Papa Smurf, even Papa Smurf know I am a Bahamian. You can ask them. You can ask them, Migo. You going, though. Migo, you's a cheating dog. You going, still running on like you ain't going. I didn't tell you ain't going. I didn't know it. I didn't know it's coming. What is your problem? Oh my goodness, man. I didn't know it's coming.
Yo, hey yo, we come a long way and we just begun. Come on, lift up the heads to the rising sun and just sing it out loud. I am up in here. Come on, sing it out loud. I am up in here.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. In news from Bimini Police, a 66-year-old American was arrested after he was found in possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition at the South Bimini Airport. It was during the screening process conducted by security officers on Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, shortly after 1 p.m., when an unlicensed firearm and magazine that contained a quantity of ammunition were found. The American man also failed to clear Bahamas Customs once he entered the Bahamas. Subsequently, the firearm and ammunition were confiscated and he was taken into police custody. Police tell us that their investigations continue into that matter. Meanwhile, in the second incident, police on Grand Bahama confiscated a quantity of suspected marijuana and 2 firearms. According to reports, on Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, shortly before 3 p.m., officers attached to the Drug Enforcement Unit acting on intelligence proceeded to the area of Oates Lane near an abandoned building where a group of males was seen fleeing upon seeing the officers. The officers searched the immediate area underneath a derelict vehicle where a shotgun and antique rifle and a quantity of suspected marijuana were discovered. There was no arrest made in connection with this incident. Investigations continue. Well, Vessels of Purpose Elite, known as VOPE, a girls' mentoring organization, hosting an empowerment seminar this past weekend for the ladies of all ages. The theme, From Lemons to Lemonade. The encounter had a number of dynamic guest speakers who presented life-changing information. Our Aja Quant was there and filed this report.
The sweet sounds of Two Roses. Women and girls across the island gathering for this year's Vessels of Purpose Elite Empowerment Encounter to receive powerful, life-changing information.
I've coined today, other than the theme, overcomers. So there are overcomers in the room today, and we're excited about it. We are.
Founder of the organization, Brenna May Roll Cooper, says that she realized that a generation who is unempowered is lost, and that is why this one-day conference is open to girls from 7 all the way up to the pearls of society.
We want to start from our little girls, and we know that there are some women who we're still battling with some stuff, still trying to figure out some stuff. And I know that certain settings like this helps us along that way to become a better version of ourselves.
We will be offering some great knowledge in all the areas that matter: finance, love, health, pretty much catering to the entire woman, the entire girl.
Telling their compelling stories of how they turned lemons into lemonade. The presenters say it is an action-packed day for the ladies.
A lot of persons just see the success. We post all of our highlights on social media. We tend to do all the things that people just seem to, wow, you did it overnight, but they are not very aware of the struggle or maybe the sacrifices that you had to make to get to what they would deem to be successful. So I was asked to share my story today as far as my struggles and when life did give me lemons, how did I make lemonade? It's a transformational experience. We want to be able to identify those lemons in our lives. We want to call them out, name them, and we're going to turn them into lemonade.
Violinist and 5th grader Alicia Bullard says she has been a part of the organization for 1 year and is grateful to be a part of an amazing group.
I like being a part of VOPE because it's very empowering for young girls to learn a lot of things. And it's also really fun.
Now, Cooper says she believes all attendees will take away the powerful message of moving from trials to triumphs while overcoming obstacles in the face of adversity. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Your check on sports is up next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. We have quite a few updates for you. Let's jump right in. The Grand Bahama Volleyball Association will host a Battle of the Islands volleyball tournament this weekend at the YMCA Gym. Grand Bahama, Abaco, and New Providence will all field teams.
It just so happened that we couldn't get all of the participants for the week before. We always had our corporate league slated, but when UB came over a few weeks ago for their tryouts, myself, Coach Cece, and Coach Raymond Wilson, we just casually sat down in the gym, and once we started brainstorming, we were able to put this tournament together.
We definitely want to get the youths involved more and more. This tournament is more for the seniors and stuff like that, but then our focus is still developing the youths.
Switching gears now in sports, Abaco participated in the Northern Bahamas Soccer Nationals just last week. It was one of the first major competitions for Patrick J. Bethel School.
We're getting back into sports, especially after Dorian and then COVID. So the community itself isn't that big. There's a few schools, government and private, so you just play amongst 5 schools, and that's basically it. But I think, like I say, this year was definitely a year where we got into sports. So next year will definitely be a better year for us.
And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
For new inventory, Dolly Madison Home Center is slashing prices on all Whirlpool and GE refrigerators. Dolly's got the perfect Whirlpool and GE refrigerators, discounted to suit your needs.
Welcome to the My Professor and More, where our focus is to provide the innovation, and provide the guidelines for talented students in a variety of subject matters, from primary school all the way to university level.
Because of the math professor, my mathematical and public speaking skills have truly elevated.
At the Math Professor and More, we see our students as being family members. Even though we strive in mathematics and public speaking, we cover all of those areas whereby students may be finding challenges. At the Math Professor, we strive for excellence. We strive for innovation. And through the techniques that we use, we continue to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of students each year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We welcome you to be a part of the family.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood, and your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
We're rich in culture, we can swim, choke, canoe, fishing and sailing, just to name a few, free from bondage. That was our heritage. Our nation isn't perfect, there is more work to be done. Forward, upward, and onward towards the rising sun. Yes, we should be proud. It's time to say it loud. Oh, drop your flag, wave it from side to side. Aqua, gold, and black represents your pride. Lift your head and say, I'm a proud Bahamian. Chances we're the one you can trust. Oh, yeah. Better than the rest, we already passed the test. The chances we're the one you can trust. We make sure when you win, we pay you right away. No pre-stop money and no need to come back another day. Make sure when you win, you get all your money one time. That's how we do it. You leave with every dime. The chances is the one you can trust.
Chances reminds you to game responsibly.
It's the Road to 50 West Edition. Day 1. Friday, May 26th. It's the welcome party of one family at the YMCA Grounds Hunter. With party vibes by Big Flag, Sweet Mouth, Cheeky Fire, Bailey Chen, and Purple the Entertainer. It's adults only. Admission is free. Gates open at 8 p.m. Day 2. Saturday, May 27th. It's the People's Rush at Sunset Village 8 Mile Rock. With One Family Warriors, Swinger, Legends Marching Band. With a special guest performance by Stevie S. Party vibes by MLD Production. It's a family event. Admission is free. Bleachers only $10. Starting at 6 p.m. Day 3, Sunday, May 28th. It's the best of the best all Bahamian concert at the Independence Field West End. With music by DJ Butler. Live performances by KB, Chino D, Nishi Ellis, Puzzle, Papa Smurf, Veronica Bishop, Ancient Man, Lil Joe Cartwright, Wilfred Solomon, Sherrod Taylor, Melody, D-Man, and the GB Police Prop Band. Admission is only $10. Adults only. From 6 p.m. until. Admission $10. Joe Vincent, the Road to 50 West Edition. Come on.
D'Amico Nasford here from the Fitness Connection. Welcome to Health Bites, where every week we give you a helpful tip to help you on your health and fitness journey. This week we're going to talk about blood pressure, more specifically high blood pressure, and ways that you can lower it. High blood pressure can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, and aneurysms and other health issues. So let's talk about ways we can bring blood pressure numbers back to normal. Number 1, get more rest. Getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep alone can help to bring those blood pressure numbers down and back to normal range. Tip number 2, avoid stress. Stressful situations, stressful people. I know it's hard with everyday life, but try your best to avoid things that stress you and can raise the pressure. Tip number 3 is you can take some natural supplements. Supplements such as beet powder and magnesium have been shown to help lower those blood pressure numbers. Also, black seed oil has also been shown to be effective. Tip number 4, lower your sodium intake. That's right, cut back on the salt. Make sure you read the labels on your food. Make sure when you cook, you don't use too much salt in your food, and check the other seasons that might have salt added to them, and try to bring those sodium numbers down.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Dr. Catherine Adderley, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We thank you for always taking care of the staff here at ZNS Northern Service, and we wish you a special happy birthday. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of our entire news team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, real property tax arrears. No to petroleum margin increase. U.S. and Caribbean heads to meet. And in sports, champions crowned in GSSSA soccer. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. For the fastest speeds across the Bahamas and the lowest price by far, switch to BTC today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Real property tax arrears still a huge problem for tax collectors, and numbers prove it. According to Economic Affairs Minister, Senator the Honorable Michael Alkeidas, as of May 18th, delinquencies totaled $822.1 million.
$226 million of that is owed by foreigners. And of that number as well, $235 million is commercial. That is properties that are either businesses or being rented and generating income. And so when you saw a power of sale, our intent is to try and put a dent into this. Imagine if we could collect all 822. That's probably not possible, but if we can collect a significant portion of it. And our view is that, particularly as it relates to foreign property owners, we are upping our efforts. And so what you saw was mainly targeted at chronic delinquents who have been delinquent for years.
Alkeidas says they're moving from asking to doing what they must to recoup the outstanding money from foreigners. Meantime, despite the consistent push for a margin increase, petroleum dealers last year received millions of dollars in tax breaks to offset increasing costs they say is making it difficult to stay in business. Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alkeidas, revealing that it was among concessions the government made for the industry. Furthermore, despite the Bahamas Petroleum Retailers Association discontinuing the sale of diesel on Monday, Alkeidas made it clear that though the government is sympathetic, it is still not considering a margin increase.
We've been having these discussions for many months, and the government last year provided tax rebates to the tune of $6 million to the retail petroleum dealers, $5.5 million in cash, and then $500,000 as offset to some of the taxes that were owing. So we have made an effort to help to ease their burden and give them some support, to give them some breathing room. And we would hope that, well, we know that that helped. And we just, we continue to ask them to, it's a difficult situation for all. And so it would just be, not in for us to consider raising prices at the pumps at this time.
Association members have since resumed selling diesel, and while Alkeidas says the margin increase dealers request is an easy solution for them, consumers would pay the cost of that request. He says the government wants to continue discussions with the body in hopes of finding a solution.
It's not a simple solution as give a margin increase that would increase the price for everybody, or take the tax off of diesel or whatever, which only means that the government's revenue will fall short and you have to go borrow the money to fill up the gap. So there's some proposals going back and forth. We continue to discuss them. It's a very difficult situation. And so that is why the Prime Minister would say we continue to talk, exchange proposals, see how we can help.
Budget cycle, less than 5 weeks off. And as you can imagine, Bahamians are bracing to hear details of the Davis administration's second budget communication since assuming office. Altovise Munnings joins us live in studio with this preview. Good evening, Altovise.
Good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. No new taxes. That's what Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis foreshadows heading into the 2023-2024 budget to be delivered by Minister of Finance, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis in the House of Assembly next Wednesday, May 31st. Now, the new fiscal plan is in its final draft as government ministries and agencies submit their financial agenda to the Ministry of Finance. But it's really all about the numbers. While expenditure and revenue figures are key in every budget, lowering the deficit is also crucial. Government had projected a $564 million deficit this fiscal year.
What we want to do is achieve a budget deficit of less than 1% this year, down from about 4% that we expect that we will have in this current budget. So we want to get from 4% to less than 1% next year. And so you come up with an estimate of the amount of revenue that you will collect based on the growth of the economy, your success in administering. You look at what the ministries want to spend, and then you go back and have a second look, and you eventually come up to a final draft. You also take this time to look at any tweaks in any legislation, any incentives, etc., that you want to put in. And so we have a round of meetings with the Cabinet where the Cabinet has sight of these things and they can, finally we come to an agreement and that we can present to the House in May.
And according to Minister Halkitis, who provided us with this budget update during an interview earlier this week, the ultimate goal is to continue the Davis administration's plan to effectively stimulate the economy.
We want to incentivize things like construction and home ownership. Where we can, we want to provide additional incentives to entrepreneurs and homeowners. And so we want to be able to achieve our target of less than 1% deficit without any new taxes.
Now, while government can't escape borrowing and make every effort to lower debt levels, Minister Halkitis says they're on target to meet the set budget.
You might recall that the target was 4.3% deficit. We are on target to meet that, notwithstanding certain things that have happened. For example, if we look at what's happening in the U.S. in terms of the U.S. Federal Reserve and its policy of raising interest rates very aggressively over the past few months, that has caused us, because we have some of our lending in U.S. dollars that is floating rate. So as they raise rates, our interest expense has gone up. That was something that was not anticipated. And then, of course, you have inflation and those things.
Minister Halkitis hinted that economic growth will continue this year and into 2024, although it may slow down just a bit. Here what the Economic Affairs Minister revealed about the country's economic future trajectory in Friday's newscast. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altovise Munnings. Back to you, Makushla.
Thanks, Altovise. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
We just got the new fiber internet speed bump. Now my internet so fast I can watch 2 4K movies, play video games, and browse on my computer at the same time.
Yeah, my internet so fast I could download a whole season of shows before my noodles run cooking.
Mine so fast when I go to church online, service actually over early.
Mine so fast when I'm working from home, 5 o'clock, come before 3.
Sound like you got this BTC fiber internet speed bump like me.
But it's so fast, I had to have it.
Current fiber internet bundle customers now have as much as 3 times the speed. Totally free. Link up with BTC.
From the experts that created the Kentucky Chicken Sandwich comes the crispy barbecue sandwich. Bacon, cheddar cheese, crispy onions, and the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor. KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Looks like Johnny's ex-girlfriend finally found my car.
You've got CG. You're fine. I'll never forget the year those monkeys stole my car. They drove it over a cliff, burned the seats, and carved the words pineapple banana smoothie into all the doors. And that was after they used it for the bank heist. I don't blame them. It's their favorite smoothie, and I refuse to share the recipe.
No deductible for theft, malicious damage, and more. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
This segment of the news is brought to you by RBC. Discover mortgage ideas shaped around you. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/home story to start your story today.
An intense search underway for an American teen who reportedly jumped on a dare from a pleasure craft around 9:40 last night in the area of Athol Island. Officials of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Marine Unit, Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Harbor Patrol Unit, the United States Coast Guard, as well as private vessels immediately began searching for the 18-year-old Texas resident. So far, the results have been negative. Baton Rouge, Louisiana-based WBRZ-TV has identified the missing American visitor as 18-year-old Cameron Robbins. Family, friends, and teachers assembled for a last-minute prayer vigil at University Lab School this morning. Officials say he spent his entire education there, elementary, middle, and high school. Reports are that Robbins, who graduated just days ago, was here in the Bahamas with his friends to celebrate the milestone. We will continue to follow this developing story. In news from the courts this evening, a 5-member jury in the coroner's inquest into the death of Azario Major, who was killed in a police-involved shooting back in 2021, found that his death was a homicide by manslaughter. 31-year-old Major was shot and killed by police officers while on the outside of Woody's Bar, Fire Trail Road, after he allegedly pointed a gun at the officers. However, his family was not convinced his killing was justified. The case now on its way to the Director of Public Prosecutions, who will decide whether charges will be filed against any of the officers in the matter. Well, Caribbean leaders will again meet here in the capital to discuss efforts to combat climate change, this time with United States Vice President Kamala Harris. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis will co-host the meeting as CARICOM chair. The high-level conference will primarily address security and economic prosperity, but the Vice President and Caribbean leaders will continue discussions on shared efforts to address the climate crisis and renewable energy. The meeting builds on the Vice President's 3 meetings with Caribbean leaders last year and delivers on the Biden-Harris administration's commitment to advance cooperation with the Caribbean. U.S. Embassy Nassau's Chargé d'Affaires Yusha Pitts boasts that Vice President Harris will be the highest-ranking U.S. government official to visit the Bahamas since independence in 1973. In other news, the Consumer Protection Commission launching a countrywide campaign to educate consumers about their rights and the role the commission plays in defending them. Fern Carey tells us more.
Officials at the Consumer Protection Commission, or CPC, are continuing to do their part to champion the rights of consumers across the country. However, Manager of Operations and Education, LaVey Dowling, says there is still a lot of confusion about what the Commission actually does.
We don't deal with prices. Okay, so for example, a typical complaint would involve, for example, somebody purchased an item from a store. It's defective. They want to take it back. They want to refund, or they want to exchange it. Right? Those are the type of matters that we deal with.
The CPC has also launched an aggressive campaign to educate consumers across the country about their rights.
Right now, we have a major refund and exchange campaign going on, because a lot of persons are not aware that you can actually receive a cash refund. The legislation actually prescribes that, right? So when a store says to you that their store policy states that you cannot get a cash refund, you cannot get an exchange, that is a violation of the Consumer Protection Act, the existing one, right, 2006.
The Commission will be further empowered to carry out its work in light of the Consumer Protection Bill amendments tabled in the House of Assembly on Wednesday. Under the proposed legislation, consumers will also be able to make complaints even while outside of the country. Manager of the Complaints Investigation Department, Datus Farrington, says due to the Commission's massive educational campaign, they have seen a significant spike in consumer complaints.
With that publicity, we saw a number of complaints coming in via phone call and on our hotline and our website. So the traffic was increasing. So we were averaging, prior to September, 2 complaints a month. 2 complaints a month. I'll say that again, 2. Since the aggressive receipt and ad campaigns, we're averaging now 15 complaints a month, or 1 complaint every 2 to 3 days.
Consumers can file complaints on the Commission's website or contact the 24-hour hotline at 347-7898. However, before filing a complaint, proof of purchase or a receipt is required. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Oh, Graycliff is one of several local businesses that will have a signature location at the Nassau Cruise Port, and scores have been hired as the final touches are being made to ready Graycliff for opening day. Jimenita Swain caught up with its owner and filed this report.
The first 5-star restaurant in all of the Caribbean, Graycliff is one of many Bahamian businesses that will welcome guests when the multi-million-dollar Nassau Cruise Port officially opens on Friday. The restaurant's new offering, The World of Graycliff, is special in its own way. Graycliff Cigar Company President Paolo Gazzaroli explains.
The whole culmination of everything that we do, and we have 3 or 4 new projects that we're going to be doing, and they will be featured here first. Some of it is in the works and we couldn't get them ready for, but we'll have chocolate. We're going to have everything cigar related. Unfortunately, the port is a smoke-free zone, so we'll have to deliver it just on the other side of the perimeter. We've just started a candle factory recently, and then there'll be other food products. We're also featuring some other local Bahamian manufacturers that don't have locations. We're going to give them a little bit of placement, some other rums and different things like that.
And with such a wide offering, Gazzaroli admits it's meant more hands on deck.
I can tell you that the procession of hires that we've done in the last 2 weeks have been astronomical. We've never onboarded this many people in our lives. We have just onboarded over 50 people just now to handle this, and also all the other expansions that we're presently doing, and we are ecstatic.
The president says it was likely 20 more hires would come on stream, but he spoke to general expectations of job seekers.
We just need capable bodies right now. The biggest difficulty is some of the persons are not necessarily qualified, and it's not like we're looking for very skilled jobs, but we need a lot of bodies, and it's very difficult to find quantity.
As for the return on investment in the face of millions set to visit the port,
We see a little bit of everything, obviously, for the brand. We've also started this new franchise called Chocotini, so it's the first Bahamian franchise that we will be taking to the United States called Chocotini. So these over-the-top indulgent chocolate-based drinks that started out of our chocolate factory here. And so this will be the first sort of hotel location that we have. And we're really, really looking forward to it because it's been overwhelmingly well received.
Gazzaroli says ultimately they're hoping to continue building on the brand of offering an authentic Bahamian experience. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jimenita Swain.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using Sand Dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving Sand Dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your Central Bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. Got that that's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Bahamas Education and Scholarship Summit recently invited Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs Clay Sweeting to the first Farm Construction and First Farm Technology program launched at the Catherine School. The program will be facilitated by the Western Kentucky University. Chairman of Agriculture at the university, Dr. Fred DeGraves, said while the program will be beneficial, it will not be easy.
This initiative is really exciting. You know, this is more, it's not just helping farmers. The one thing you could do to improve everybody's health, proper nutrition, it's food security. Same thing. It's also stability because people aren't starving. This is for everybody.
Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs Clay Sweeting applauding the program as he hopes it will foster future interest and careers in the agriculture sector.
This partnership being developed makes a bold commitment today as we continue to develop agricultural education in the Bahamas. Education continues to be the cornerstone of our society, and we must ensure that our students have more than just agricultural experience. They must couple it with knowledge and advancement in technology to grow food today.
Here's how the program will work.
The overview of our classes is going to be like this. It will include teachers teaching students how to build chicken coops. Many of them don't know how to do that. How to build and how to rear their pigs and also build the pig pens. Storage facilities, that must be also constructed. Also, they're going to construct feeding mills.
For Good to Grow, I'm Georgie O'Bain.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Boy, I need you to go down by the centralized collection center and pick up my permit so I can import my plants and my pets.
Grammy, my car down.
The bus ain't running it.
But under in your name, you have to go pick it up yourself.
Boy, listen here. On the portal, you can assign another My Gateway user as a proxy to pick up his stuff on your behalf. And I sending you. So go get my things. I got things to do.
A day of gratitude and celebration for spring 2023 graduates of the University of the Bahamas as they were recognized for their stellar performance toward their various degrees. Lloyd Allen has more from that event.
Dozens showing up on Wednesday at the Kendall Geologic Gymnasium for the University of the Bahamas award ceremony. Many students receiving awards say it's been years in the making and are thankful for the recognition. In his address, UB President Dr. Eric Rowland thanked the university's Board of Trustees, parents, and others who continue to support the dream of education for the young Bahamians. To the students, Rowland reminded that the journey continues.
Graduates, you have tremendous attributes and you have tremendous resilience. And today, you're reaping the benefits and rewards for all of your hard work.
A myriad of awards given a day ahead of UB's spring 2023 graduation.
I am a culinary graduate, and I got the Associate of Applied Science Award, the Associate of Culinary Arts Award, and the Tourism, Culinary Arts and Hospitality Award.
I received the highest GPA in the nursing program.
Got the President's Award and Mathematics, Physics and Technology George Swan Award for Bachelor's of Science in Electrical Engineering Technology.
Graduating with distinction in my law and criminal justice degree.
Many recipients simply thankful to share the experience with family and friends.
Because this is years in the making.
Hard work actually do pays off, and I really do appreciate this. I actually wasn't excited before today, but now that I've got this award, I'm extremely excited.
I am ecstatic to have achieved this accomplishment. So I work 40 hours a week, and I went to school 40 hours a week as well. So it's just prioritizing my time, keeping God first, and being prayerful.
This is definitely an achievement. This has been a year's worth of hard work and dedication.
Their families equally grateful.
Congratulations, Cordell!
I wish her all the best.
I'm happy, I'm excited, and I know she did well.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
And as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
This is the super versatile Ring Stick-Up Cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk.
Hey, Eddie.
Works with Alexa. comes in tons of power options, and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on.
Seriously?
Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor stick-up cam by Ring.
The countdown is on. Come on down to Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center warehouses on Mackey Street and Bacardi Road and get up to 90% off on these hotel furnitures. This is a sale you don't want to miss. Call us today at 698-0123 or WhatsApp us at 557-2522. And like us on Facebook, Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center, where you say hello to goodbyes.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible, which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
Government's investing millions of dollars on capital works throughout the country. Just recently, contracts in excess of $130 million were signed for road and water works, as well as airport developments on Cat Island. Residents of Long Island and Eleuthera can expect to see similar improvements. Bernard Knowles, president of Rowdy Boys Construction out of Deadman's Key, Long Island, has been subcontracted by the Bahamas Striping Group of companies to reconstruct 119 miles of roads on that island.
And it means a lot to Long Island because we need the money in our economy, and the money going to stay in Long Island and going to build Long Island better. And, you know, we're a little bit biggity, so we're going to do our best to do a good job.
Philip Kemp of New View Construction Company out of Rock Sound, Eleuthera, also getting a piece of that $50 million contract from Bahamas Striping, along with Vaughn Simonet, executive chairman of Quick Fix.
Bahamas Striping, I want to thank you. Bahamas Striping group of companies, I want to thank you, because you're doing something what no other company in the Bahamas has done. You are looking at the small men, the small companies in these islands. I'm going to say this to you today. Today is history.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
With some recent light rains, 81 degrees is the temperature. Relative humidity at 76%. We have south-southeast winds at 8 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,007.9 millibars. That is 29.76 inches, and the pressure is falling. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 82 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Key at 82. Marsh Harbor, a little cool at 79 degrees with some heavy clouds and showers taking place there as well. The Berry Islands, 80 degrees. Alderstown, Bimini, 80. 80 also in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 82. Black Point Exuma, Kemp Space at Andros at 84 degrees, and Fresh Creek Central Andros 82 degrees. 80s in Alderstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey. Georgetown Exuma 83, 82s in Ragged Island, Clarenstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megwana 83, Ackland's 83 degrees. Matchetown, Unag with a warm spot tonight at 85, with the Turks and Caicos Islands at 83 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter in the northwestern parts of our country right through Saturday. Those winds are going to stay out of the south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave height just around 2 to 4 feet. The high tide at 1:09 in the morning, with a low tide taking place at 7:46 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern parts of our country, also through Saturday, southeast to south winds at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave height 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Link up with BTC and call it one and done. Link up with BTC and call it one and done.
We are on the road for Bahamas Carnival 2023. It is BTC and the Bahamas Masqueraders, and oh, what a time it is.
Most definitely BTC and Masqueraders are ready for the road. We've been preparing for some months now. We're seeing a huge turnout. I mean, all along the route, all the way from Thompson Boulevard, the full route to Arawaki. We're very pleased to be able to be the title sponsor for Bahamas Masqueraders. Every year, they have improved. They've upped their game every single year. You can see by the way that the costumes are designed, how beautifully designed they are this year. And they use local Bahamian artisans to design each section, and we love that.
This season is the essence of Carnival, and the essence of Carnival is really speak about our journey to the years past and the years to come, the experience we have when everyone come together, wear costumes and masquerade. And right now we're just enjoying ourselves. The support from BTC is magnificent, along with the paraphernalia, the music trucks. It's just a great support.
If you home right now, you ain't making no sense. We out here, we live, BTC, Masqueraders in the Bacchanal section. I've been on the road since day one. I'm born on the road. Right here on the road, right on the floor.
Well, have fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. We were on the road, and when it's Bahamas Masqueraders and BTC, it never disappoints. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corval Pfeiffer. Be well, and be back here next. BTC Connection.
If you've got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
When you combine decadence, luxury, passion, and attention to detail, you've described Café Channing Noel and Patisserie. Signature authentic French macarons, croissants, pastries for breakfast and lunch will take you on a European Epicurean journey. Enjoy your favorite handcrafted cocktails, coffees, cappuccinos, espressos, and lattes. Life is sweet at Café Channing Noel.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Every day in May includes great specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets, including Cardinal Evaporated Milk, 14-ounce, $1.19. Sawyer's Mayonnaise, 30-ounce, $6.99. Coca-Cola Sodas, 6-pack, 12-ounce, $3.59. Sweet Strawberries, 1 pound, $5.99. Boneless chicken breast, $2.99 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
And welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check here on a Thursday night. Yesterday, the Roscoe A.L. Davies Fields coming to life as 4 championships on the line in the GSSA for soccer. Let's give you the senior titles first up. That was well done by the C.R. Walker Knights on the ladies' side, and on the boys' side, GHS Magic. They finished off their season undefeated to win the senior boys title. Meanwhile, let's take a quick look as the junior boys. We got some video from those. Turns out that was a pretty exciting game. Junior boys title game, S.C. McPherson in the yellow, Anatole Rogers in their customary blues. Going head-to-head in this one. Very competitive ball game. Both squads playing stellar defense. Timberwolves, though, they would break through. They'd take a 1-0 lead. That would not hold up. Sharks able to answer with a goal of their own to tie things up. And that's how it would stay at the end of regulation. The two teams headed to penalty kicks to decide a winner. Tied at 2 now. The Timberwolves goalkeeper comes up with a big save here. That sets up this chance to win it, and they would capitalize with the clincher. Let the celebrations begin. Anatole Rogers wins 3-2 on penalties. Timberwolves, your GSSA Junior Boys champions, head coach Claire Carnegie speaking after the game.
It was tough all along, and SC is a good team, and we planned specifically to prolong the game as far as possible because they beat us in the regular. They beat us 3-1, and so we did some changes both at the defense and midfield, and we plan to just push it all the way to the end, even if it goes to penalty. And when they missed the penalty, I was like, still believe, because when they were kicking, I came over to them and say, no matter what, keep believing, take some deep breaths, and kick, just kick.
Meanwhile, over in the junior girls, H.O. Nash Lions taking on the C.H. Reeves Raptors here. Scoreless first half between the two. But in the second, the Lions, they get it going. They scored not 1, but 2 goals to put this one in control and out of reach. They go on to secure the victory, holding on for the 2-0 win.
They were more hungry in the second half because going into penalties sometimes it's like unsure. So we wanted to finish it off in the second half and not go into penalties.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty good year.
Got to feel pretty special to close it out with a championship here.
Of course, Lions country, so we got to win all the time. We got to win all the time. It was great.
Bahamas Basketball Federation holding a press conference yesterday to announce the formation of a new selection committee that'll oversee national team coach selection. Named to the committee were Dr. Linda Davis, Kimberly Roll, John Todd, Anthony Swaby, Felix Fly Musgrove, James Clark, Chantel Penn, Natasha Miller, and Randy Cunningham. With the process now designed to level the playing field when it comes to who will coach our national squads, Dr. Davis says the concept could mean that the head coaching positions will be filled primarily by Bahamians.
The conversation that we had at the selection committee and as we advanced the criteria spoke to our ability to be able to utilize expertise where we could find it, but that the head coach ought to have that Bahamian nexus. And so there may be opportunities for us to call on an expert for a rotation of sorts to focus on a particular weakness or something that we'd like to, the Federation would like to see strengthened. And so I don't think anything is ruled out, but I'll leave that to the President to say.
And there it is, a check on sports for you here on this Thursday. Don't go anywhere. We got weather still to come.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
In just 50 days, we'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary of independence. And on Sunday, March 21st, an ecumenical service at Evangelistic Temple set the stage for this momentous occasion. Leaders from all Christian denominations gathered to pray for our nation, highlighting the unity of our faith community. The service witnessed the participation of Governor General, the Honorable Cornelia Smith, Prime Minister, Right Honorable Philip Davis, and Leader of the Opposition, the Honorable Michael Pintard, emphasizing the significance of our Christian heritage and values. The Bahamas Brass Band and Bahamian gospel singers filled the air with praise through music, while heartfelt prayers were offered for our families, the future of our beloved country, and our youth. This solemn moment allowed reflection on our journey of the past 50 years and inspired hope for a prosperous future. Ultimately, this prayer service was a reminder of our connection to a great God and a more hopeful and prosperous future. You're watching the Independence Beat. Stay tuned for more.
Janae's Uniform Center. We've traveled to every island in this here land, man. We go everywhere. We can go to every rock and key, Abaco to Inagua, even Ragged Island, The Rock. Celebrate our country's 50th independence with Janae's special limited edition. Sublimated t-shirts and caps in 10 different styles and colors. Get up to 50% off on cotton polo shirts only. Don't forget to embroider your company's logo to celebrate this independence at Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Call 394-8385 or 6. WhatsApp text only 817-3295. Email sales@janaes.com.
Our road to 50 Bahamas promotion by using any service at Lighthouse Point, and you could win 5 free nights. And this summer, when you book 3 nights starting on a Friday or Saturday, we'll throw in Sunday for free. Yes, enjoy a fabulous Sunday on the beach with your 3-day Friday or Saturday booking at Lighthouse Point. Call 242-373-1333 for reservations today. Lighthouse Point.
What you see on this television station is governed by IRCA's Code of Practice for Content Regulation. The Code of Practice covers matters relating to program content that are of concern to the community, such as local content, news, current affairs, and programs for children, advertising, including political advertisements, and the responsibilities associated with broadcasting in the Bahamas. The code also covers aspects such as access services for the hearing and visually impaired, and the procedure for lodging a complaint about anything broadcasted by this television station. The code is available on IRCA's website at www.ircabahamas.bs. To receive a copy of the code by mail or in person, you may telephone IRCA at 242-393-0234. Family Island dialing is toll-free at 242-300-8722. Or you may send a request by email to info@ircabahamas.bs.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy. And I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we still have that troughing across the Bahamas, which will continue to support pockets of showers and thunderstorms right into the weekend. And our forecast for tonight looks like this. Clouds breaking with some thunderstorms in spots late tonight. 76 degrees for your low temperature. And tomorrow, we're looking at intervals of clouds and sunshine with thunderstorms again in parts of the area with a high temperature of 86 degrees. Your extended weather forecast taking us through the weekend. We're going to have those off and on showers right through Sunday. But most importantly for tomorrow, we'll see showers mostly in the morning hours, and then on Saturday again you'll have another round in the morning that will carry into Sunday, things starting to clear up a bit on Monday as the frontal system is expected to push through on Sunday, and we'll see some milder temperatures in the early part of next week. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. As we close this evening, we just want to remind you of the ZNS Radio Anniversary Concert tomorrow evening right here on the grounds of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. The stage is set, the tents are going up, and in just a few hours, the compound will be packed for the all-Bahamian event. Our Darrell Miller is all excited as well, and he started his dance moves today. We'll take a look as we close.